Hello and welcome back to Clarity Design Studios. Just a quick tutorial here on Photoshop. I have an image located right here of a swimming pool that one of my clients built, and they were wanting to do a gallery. But you can see in this image there's something that they want removed from it, and that is this pool skimmer. It's a nice picture, lovely pool, so they want that removed, and I'm going to show you the best way to do it. As you notice, I have two layers over here in the layers panel. I have the normal, which I duplicated, and then right beneath it I have a much larger that I scaled up. Now the reason I did that, and I'll show you real quick, is we're going to use the spot healing tool brush. And when we do that, make sure that you have for the type selected content aware and then sample all layers. And that'll take a sample from not only this top layer but also the layer beneath it. And the reason that I scaled it up is I wanted the water to be covering everywhere where that hose is at. And with that brush selected, we want to make sure that we scale this to a size that's larger than the area that we want to repair. So all we're going to do is just drag over the area. Oh, wrong layer. We're just going to drag over the area that we want to correct. We're going to remove that little shadow right there. All the shadows in the bottom, the skimmer itself, and then the hose on top of the water. And then Photoshop will go and it'll be content aware of the things that are around it, like the water, and then it'll also sample the layer that's beneath it, which is the water that I scaled up to a larger size. And when it's done, you'll see that we're able to remove that without even having to use the clone stamp tool, which most people would use. And then that's where you get into repeating patterns and all kinds of things like that. But instead, we're going to let Photoshop do all the work for us. As you can see, because it's sampling both layers here, it does take just a little bit of time for it to be able to render out the output. One thing, there might be a little bit of discrepancy here where this tile work's done, but we can come back with the clone stamp and then stamp in that tile work the way that it ought to look if it skews the line, which it did skew that line. One thing that you might do instead, and this is what I'll typically do, is start someplace that does not have that tile work. Take this out first, and then after that's done, come in and do above here and then just clone out the tile work that's right beneath it. There we go. And then with that done, I would just go ahead and remove the rest of this hose like that instead of trying to do such a big area all at one time. And after it would sample that, I would continue. But you can see the area that we've already done. You can't tell that that skimmer and hose was ever even there. And that's a quick way for you to remove items that are in Photoshop without having to make a selection or even using your clone stamp tool. Thank you. Until next time, this is David.